to Ring of Honor Wrestling.
Honor is
Real.
It's Mark Briscoe against Frankie Kazarian. Here in the body, Kokoman and Caprice coming on the progress. Big elbow drop. Hey, tonight we're going to see it. Main event, we're going to see the Ring of Honor World Championship Iron Man match. Jay Lethal defending against Jonathan Gresham. A nice Irish whip here from Briscoe. Maybe trying to turn that chair.
Absolutely.
In a bit of a revenge situation from what the Addiction and SoCal did to the Briscoes at Best in the World.
Cracked him with that forearm to Kazarian.
Frankie's been all around the world, two-time Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion here. He and Christopher Daniels, they need that extra bit of leverage. They need something in their pocket. And call Wayne Huizenga, because that's a blockbuster.
Yeah, let's head over to Oregon.
Ring.
In front of the sold-out crowd here in Atlanta. Mark Briscoe, one half of the World Tag Team Champions for the 9th time. Irish whip. Into the ropes, drop down.
They almost need it.
Yeah. The agility from Kazarian.
They know their contracts are up at final battle.
Wow. Front cracker.
That Kazarian up and down into the midsection of
Rocket Wrestling Ranger at Sea, sailing from Miami to the Bahamas, October 2018.
The Master of Ceremonies, me, Chris Jericho.
Special guest, Kenny Omega.
The Sea of Honor tournament presented by Ring of Honor, featuring Cody, the Young Bucks, Dalton Castle.
Get it, Chicken. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
How long before the rest of STU is out here, though?
Oh, you got a wonder. Kazarian might go at it alone, though.
I mean, Mark's brother.
With this very move in a tag team match. Nobody home, though. Kazarian.
Right into a crucifix.
1, 2, 3. Kazarian got him. We were going to go to replay. We were going to show the big victory. But instead,
I mean, came out, the match kind of turned towards Kazarian.
And SoCal Uncensored, they're out here right now.
What's he doing out here?
What is he doing out here? Do you think we saw Scorpio? And Martinez might be the one to do it. Son of the heaven choke slam. Christopher.
Ring of Honor World Champion in my hometown in Atlanta, Georgia, in front of my family and friends.
30 minutes, Jonathan Gresham. It'll be more than enough. More than enough to prove to you, to prove to myself that I'm...
Championship just 2 weeks ago changed hands. And then, of course, you got to think we just saw Punishment Martinez, but he viciously attacked Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin.
New alliance.
And finally, you talk about news, the operative word. Jeff Cobb, international... Oh, Berger, turn around, buddy. Turn. He had no idea. No idea.
It's almost like the heart of Berger gets him in trouble.
This is disgusting. These two have been at it for over a year, and then it's oh, shoot, that blocked by Berger, and that Berger traded rights with Will Ferrara. Staggering Titus. Oh, beat them.
Hit him with a shote, sure is.
Oh, right in front of, not another one. Holding Berger. Oh! Sizing him up and now connects with the shote.
Welcome back, fans. Before we get to our main event, let's recap the situation between Silas Young and Bully Ray. It was 2 weeks ago in Atlanta where Flip Gordon picked up a hand look to enforce the code of honor after the match until the coward himself, Bully Ray, delivered a approval. Silas Young. It was then just 1 week later where Young and Bully Ray abandoned Silas Young and left him to fend for himself against the world-class tag team like Best Friends. Chuck, with Bully Ray maybe looking to prove something. That led to this intense confrontation, and you can see all of it, folks.
Dumb young kid. Hey, at least have enough damn respect to look me in the face when you talk.
And this is our World Championship on the line, called Iron Man match with two men that you know and I know and our fans know can go the distance. All of a sudden, Jay Lethal becomes the world champion, and suddenly we're going to see two men who we've seen are so equal, move for move, hold for hold, go. a true superstar of the world of professional wrestling. He said he was going to get that championship around his waist.
Times so even, hole for hole. In the first match, Jonathan Gresham hurt his knee. We know that, MCL, ACL strains. He came back maybe on short notice, knowing that...
Next is your television main event. It is a 30-minute Iron Man match for the Ring of Honor World Championship. First to my right, the challenger, wrestling out of Atlanta, Georgia, the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham.
Born and raised in Atlanta, what a moment it would be if the Octopus could capture the World Championship.
Is wrestling out of Elizabeth, New Jersey, weighing 215 pounds, World Champion, Jay Lethal.
The clock will start. The clock starts now. 30 minutes on the clock for these two men. Colt, I got to put you
For about 2 weeks, I said, Jay, how are you feeling? He said, I could go another 45 if you wanted to. I mean, unbelievable. You know, we shook hands afterwards, and it was a great exhibition. I expect the same thing here.
Gresham in the white octopus trunks, Lethal in the orange with gray trim trunks.
And like I said, even at home, you can decide what strategy they're going for. There's so many different ways. It's so unorthodox to just a regular.
But Lethal maybe even on a bigger role. We see a great go behind. Lethal, of course, had avenged all of his previous losses to guys like Punishment Martinez.
It's about 28 minutes left. And, you know, I know Jay. His preparation was all the Iron Man matches he's had before and all the matches. But I talked to Gresham, and he really kept his mouth kind of secret, you know. He really wasn't giving up who he was going to, because you have to expect he's going to somebody for advice.
In the world, he was in that four-corner survival match and didn't figure in the decision. So he's a guy like Matt Taven who thinks he should be considered maybe for death before this great strategy. Almost a stretch muffler now, rolls it into a side headlock, but Lethal back to a vertical base. Wrist locks being exchanged.
Yeah, you have to keep that in mind, the size difference here. Jay Lethal is going to be able to get up with a headlock, but now you see big Jay Lethal leaning on Jonathan Gresham. He's got to use some tricks in order to escape from this.
Great shot of the sold-out crowd.
It's very much catch wrestling.
We know Gresham has competed quite extensively, as have you, and as has Jay.
Filling out process, Ian.
And that's what it's all about, the Ring of Honor World Championship. Gresham almost giving Lethal his wrist, now exchanging into a wrist lock. Gresham takes control. Looking for a single leg, instead being manipulated by Gresham. That surgical precision. He's a shoulder tackle from Lethal. And now we may see Lethal try and wrestle his match. Maybe a little faster pace, a little more hard hitting. Gresham has controlled the early going so far, but a great hip toss from Lethal. Cartwheel connects, signature dropkick. Ooh, right to the neck.
Whoa!
And now Lethal.
What was that?
That may have woken up Lethal. That chop, retaliation by Gresham.
Was that a punt? Using momentum on his side.
Taking advantage, you're right, Colt, of any opportunity, that those unforced errors that his opponents offer up to him.
Such a smart wrestler is Jay Lethal. Wow!
Chop across the... Big European uppercut. Staggers Gresham. And now you can almost feel the confidence of Jay Lethal kicking in here in Atlanta. Trying to get Gresham to fight his match. Look at this. Fire in his eyes. Gresham looking to land maybe one more. Lethal letting him have it. Lethal letting him come into his world.
True underdog is just
15 minutes elapsed time, 15 minutes remaining.
and that is half the match, Ian Riccaboni.
And still through, Lethal back to his feet. Single leg takedown from Gresham. Rolls Lethal back up the ropes comes Gresham. And now Gresham around the world flying head scissors, no face buster. Is administering these moves to the arm. You have to think, if he works the arm, Colt, that takes away the lethal injection. That takes away the ability for Lethal to get that spring, to get that torque. Ooh, and now the chops.
Oh, right back to that left arm.
You're saying maybe he should go for that count out?
Yeah, you know, if you're in a match for the World Championship, why not get the first fall any way you can? And that might be part of his game plan, Colt. We don't quite know what's going through the head of Gresham. He's a very private individual.
Was it against Jay Lethal that Silas Young had Beer City Bruiser?
Oh.
I hate to play quarterback over here, but if Gresham was able to trap that right arm.
The left arm so damaged. You're right. 1, 2.
But you have to go with.
So look at all the torque Gresham has. These amazing submissions. Oh, look at this.
Now's not the time, Gresham.
I don't know about that. Oh!
20 minutes elapsed time, 10 minutes remaining.
1, 2. Oh!
You know, he had that left leg free. It was the only part of Jay Lethal.
Gresham. The sweat flying everywhere. Look at the confidence of Gresham. I don't know that I've ever seen this, Colt.
But look at Lethal. He's not up. Back and forth they go.
Gresham with a wrist lock. Oh! To the midsection.
The breadbasket.
Off the ropes now. Crisscross. No. Stop by Lethal. Through the legs goes Gresham. Off the ropes comes Lethal. Gresham. Springboard. Connect to the moonsault. Lethal rolling out of the ring. They're so smart.
Yeah, but
seeing his interests here. Off the ropes. Through the ropes goes Gresham to the outside. Now Lethal up to the top drop kick. Sends Gresham to the apron and now to the floor.
usually hit 3 of them.
1 for Jonathan Gresham.
And I'm even going to say, that's
Doesn't hit this elbow. This could be a turning point in the match. Lethal though, sizing up Gresham, looking for it. No.
tried to whip Gresham. Gresham held on and it almost hurt that left arm. There you go, Lethal now deciding.
Oh, look at that.
25 minutes elapsed time, 5 minutes remaining.
Deadlift German with the bridge. 1, 2, no.
And the
They go off the ropes. Off the ropes, caught. Great snap, German. Gresham full head of steam connects. Rocks Lethal. Cover. 1, 2, no. Quick. Saw it coming. Off the ropes. Big super kick. Lethal and no.
You called it in that left arm.
Here we go. Wow, another face bust. He's got the champ rattled. Will they tap?
He's not stopping.
Oh, he
taps. He taps.
The floor taking 1-0 lead, Jonathan Gresham.
And we only got 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
I know I won fall, but the reality of him getting that first fall says a lot. Hold on to it, Gresham. Get out of the ring.
Figure 4. He got it. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Blocked.
This could be Jonathan Gresham's night.
And look at Lethal trying to push that down in place.
He's got an answer for everything right now, Colt.
You better recover harder than that, Lethal.
Oh, Lethal's title in trouble. Figure, look at this. Look at the horn of Gresham. 2. All he has to do.
Oh, that's
2
it.
minutes remaining.
2. No.
Is that a tap? Wow. Wow.
Remaining.
Oh, I don't know if
Gresham had the championship won. Here we go. Holds him up.
30
1,
seconds
2.
remaining.
No, kicks out. And Gresham. 1, 2. No.
Put on that octopus, Gresham.
Cover. 2. Hooks the leg. 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 30-minute time limit for the Iron Man match has expired, with each wrestler taking 1 fall apiece. Therefore, this match is declared a draw.
Jay Lethal, there is no way in this world that I'm gonna come this far. 14 years. I started right here in Atlanta, Georgia. If you're the man, no. If you're the champion that I believe you to be, you'll give me 5 more minutes.
Obligated to do.
Start the clock.
Get out of here.
Each wrestler has agreed, and senior referee Todd Sinclair has now authorized 5 more minutes, and it's sudden death.
Figure 4 of Jay Lethal.
Look at this step up into Gary.
But there's a sudden death in.
And this
Plan.
Oh, here we go. Red La Maestro. Oh, into the bridge. Got it. 2. No. There we go. Trying to get blood flow back in the arm. Lethal. Injection. Oh. Clark. 1, 2, 3. What a match.
You don't mind if I stand up, Ian, and give these two a round of applause?
Unfortunately, fans, for this amazing match, we wish you happy wrestling, everybody, and we'll see you next week here on Ring of Honor Wrestling.